Hello everybody. Welcome to Saksez Empire Podcast. Today we are up again with another topic. We'll be looking at the challenges that men experience when transitioning from a boy to a man. So transitioning from the age of 18 to a man at the age of 26 or 30. What are some of the challenges that we experience? As usual, it's Tyler Wroldsen, aka Andreas Andreas, with the one and only legend from El Dorado, Tonz Legend.
Tonz Legend, yeah. It's another episode, man, and it's always a beautiful thing to record these episodes. So much goes to waste while we can record and feed the nation with nutrients. So I think it's really important we talk about some of these things, and these are serious burning issues in our society, and I think it's about time we take part also in building our society, not just having fun every time, but also having fun while we are building. Let's talk about it.
Okay, let's start. So what are some of the challenges that men experience, man? So first on my list, the first and the biggest challenge is women. So as men, starting from high school, we already start chasing girls. From high school. The primary reason is you want to have sex, you want a relationship. It's not a bad thing, but then if you are not careful, women can really be challenging, because that's where we put most of our time and our money, especially if you are chasing multiple women and you're just after them.
Yeah. No, I do agree, man. Like, young men are facing, especially what I have observed from like a small country like Namibia. Young men are really suffering because the decision making is really poor by then. So you are now stuck between should I chase girls? Should I focus on my books? But the mind is always choosing destructive things. It wants to distract you each and every time. So I really think women in general are not a problem, but the stage of life where the boys are, it's the one that is a problem. You cannot be chasing girls while you are in grade 11, grade 10. You need to focus on your books. You need to focus on whatever you are doing, productivity, so that you become someone, in life. Before you even chase, you need to sort out your life. There is actually a famous saying. It says that if you want butterflies, you don't go around chasing them. Just work on the garden. And once the flowers are blooming, the butterflies, they come by themselves. So it's the same as a man. As a young man, you need to work on yourself. Get those A's. Pass, go study something that's productive, get a job, and then after getting a job, you are now settled. You can now have girls. In fact, you are not going to chase anymore, because the girls that you are most likely to chase, they are out of your prime. You are not in your prime yet, because you don't have anything, and you are chasing another teenager, and there is a 35-year-old with a car, with an apartment, with a good salary, that's chasing that girl also. You will not win that game. It's a difficult game to win. So it's really like a big distraction, and I think hormone-wise, science-wise, we are most likely to be drawn to that. But if you can control it, I think you can be a best young man. I think that's
because I remember learning some tactics on how to pick up girls. These are things that waste our time. And then you go, not only that, even afterwards, now you become a man, you are spending most of the money buying alcohol for women, taking them to trips. Some of these women are not even yours. It's just temporary hookups. You are now buying bottles so that they are drawn towards you. I think we even find ourselves in those episodes where you take out a girl just because you want to go sleep with her. And then during that night now you have to spend. Yeah, so women can really be a challenge if you are transitioning from a boy to a man. You know, as a man you need to be focused, you need to be disciplined. Yeah, so again, look at the next point.
Yeah, I think another distraction, something that's really breaking down our men nowadays is alcohol. This one, no doubt. Alcohol has become a whole graveyard for young men. It's as if it's a flex to be drinking alcohol. I'm not saying you should be sober like a 2-year-old, but to be honest, most of the young men they need to reevaluate this decision, because you cannot be drunk Monday to Sunday. You cannot be partying Monday to Sunday. It's messing with your brain. It's messing with your finances. It's messing with your habits. It's messing with your productivity. This is one of the biggest, actually, because young men are now drinking due to peer pressure. Now let's go vibe, but you are destroying your life. You know.
Yeah, exactly. When you are drunk, you don't have control over many things. So now your time, your money goes to waste. You make bad decisions, especially when you are drunk. Let's say you save some money. When you are drunk, you are going to destroy that money. You are going to drink it up. Yeah. I think we don't even need to mention names. We have a lot of people that could have been better people, especially if they could have quit drinking. Yeah, so we are not saying don't drink at all, but the point is, if you are drinking uncontrollably, binge drinking, where you find yourself in a state of uncontrolled actions and decisions, then you are likely to succumb to failure, because what are you going to do? All your plans go to waste. I have even seen people, when they are drunk, they don't go to work anymore after getting a leave. They are not returning to work at all. These people can be maybe friends, they have been friends or family members. We all know these things. Yeah, so alcohol for men,
it's true.
Yeah, it's really a big issue.
Maybe I can even add on that. You mentioned that especially when you are drinking uncontrollably, you tend to forget yourself. You make irrational decisions. Yeah. The first point that we mentioned, women, most of the young men are chasing women. The environment or the setting where you are drinking this alcohol, you are most likely to find women there.
Yes.
Your intention was not to pick up ladies, but now you took you are drinking Kobosa, and all of a sudden you are in cloud 9. You can't control yourself anymore. You start seeing every girl that's in front of you. You find them beautiful, all of them. But you went there just to enjoy yourself. So you see how these things are connecting to one another. Yeah, so if you stop alcohol, probably you stop going to places like chilling places, and you are going to avoid so many problems. You are going to actually kill 3 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah.
You are not going to waste money. You are not going to destroy your brain function, because you are stopping alcohol, and even the distraction of women, and a lot of things again that come with that. So actually these things are all related and they are all linked. It's really, really important for a young man to be focused. Yeah. Maybe we can move on to our third point. What's the third point?
Yeah, before we go to the third point, I think alcohol, gambling, and drugs, all these things go hand in hand, right? Yeah. Okay, so the third point is that it's financial issues. Yeah, as a man, you are the provider. You need to be good financially.
Yeah.
So if your finances are not on point, then you are likely going to be challenged in your life. Yeah, so that's the area where we mostly struggle with. The reason being, we don't invest. We don't have a good budgeting. We have a wide range of people to support. We have bad decisions that we make. Yeah, all these kind of things lead to financial crisis. And for a man, you must be having money to buy bread every time. So you can just build on that.
Yeah. So I think finances nowadays is when you talk about money, you are really talking about a big area. And as we know, the world is now controlled by money. Yeah. A man with money has access to almost everything. Whether it's to girls that these boys want, whether it's to cars, whether it's to houses, a better apartment. We all know that the more money you have or the more financially literate you are, it means that the more access you will have. Now, if you are just starting, example, it's a young man who is just starting work and they don't have any investments, they don't have any savings due to reasons that we have been talking about here. I could imagine already what type of man you will be. You will be a depressed man because you will be running up and down to cash loans now. You'll be going to banks to ask for loans and you'll be in financial debts. You'll be sinking. Those debts will hold you by your neck. And at the end of the day, you are going to feel it. You are going to be suicidal at some point. You develop some anger issues, poor emotional regulation. So really financial literacy, this is another topic on its own. As a young man, you need to create multiple streams of income because a salary is not enough. And remember, even if we increase your salary with extra 50,000, you will still have same issues. You still be in debt, until the time where you educate yourself, you give yourself financial literacy, and then you'll be a better man. But financial literacy, financial issues, those are the biggest things that we most likely to ignore, and we focus on useless things like alcohol, feeding into this thing of sleeping around, and all those kind of things. So I think that's a topic that we can be discussing again in the future. And then, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So we need to develop a producer's mindset rather than a consumer's mindset. Yeah. Okay. I'm moving on to the next aspect.
Yeah.
So, what other point? What other challenge do men experience when transitioning?
I think one of the biggest challenges again, it's there by social media. There's so much fake life on social media right now. There's fake life. Everyone is trying to impress, and a lot of comparison is emerging from that. You are following maybe a guy that's just buying cars, and you don't even know the source of funds. Okay, so all these fantasies, all these illusions, all these delusions and fake lives, we all see them on social media. Yeah, so most of the young men, I think they are most likely to be on social media scrolling at night, and they feel left out. They feel like, oh, I'm not really doing anything. I don't even have 10,000 to buy an iPhone 16. Others are buying. But you are just comparing, and you don't know the source. What's funding these people? Some of these people are scammers. Some of these people are, maybe fraudsters. Yeah, some of these people are just stealing. The person is just stealing. Yeah, so many things are happening, and sometimes you are really in a good position in life, and because of that comparison from social media, you tend to break down because you think you only have 1,000 in your account, but you are actually the only one maybe in that location with that amount of money. But people actually thought you are broke, or you were telling yourself that you are broke, but you're actually the one that's doing better. So social media, I think, is a big problem. And if you can even uninstall some of those useless apps, I think you can go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, social media it's a good thing, but when used wrongly to a man who is trying to build himself, it's a very big distraction. Yeah, that's why sometimes you need to take a break. You can turn off your statuses, delete some apps, reinstall them back. That's how you regulate yourself. Yeah, because I always feel better when I'm not watching things that people I know are posting. In most cases, because now you are forced to live up to their standards. You are forced to do the same things. Also, when the other person is flexing, you also want to do the same thing. You see, yeah. So that's how social media to a man is a problem. Okay, so we can move on to the next point.
Yeah. But maybe even before even moving on, maybe we can even share how, because we always assume people know how to use social media, but people don't know. Like for me, in most cases, with Instagram, I have 2 businesses there. I always log into those businesses and share. Sometimes I share posters or flyers with my people, and sometimes I even get clients there. You can use social media to promote your business instead of scrolling for women. I mean, it's a difficult area because now all these issues that we are talking about, they are all on social media. People drinking alcohol, girls shaking their asses. It's on social media, so you are most likely to be threatened. But if you can follow business kind of things, I think it will be good. So you just have to unfollow some of the things, and then you'll be good. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So social media comes with a lot of things like comparisons and seeking for validations. Yeah, so these are all things that lead to a downfall of a man. So you want comments, you want to pick up girls, you want likes, you want people to see that you are rich or you have money. I've seen people posting their bank balances on social media, like, what's the use, man? Keep your bank statement in your phone or on your laptop.
Because I can edit. I can even edit my bank statement right now. I can put 2 million right now. But you from Havana, you are going to think, oh, some of these guys are just saving money. But it's edited. That's why social media, most of it is fake.
Yeah. So there's a lot of hyper realistic things. It's not true reality. Yeah. So just be careful of it. Yeah. Okay. We can move on to the next point. Which is a weak masculine frame. Yeah. So as a man, you need to uphold to some standards, to some level of confidence, assertiveness, ways of doing things, saying no, standing up. I think you can start.
Yeah. I think for me, when I look at young men and men in general, I always look at them from this perspective. If a man is just developing and they don't have any world view, they become mostly lazy men. You become a lazy man because you don't have a point where you view the world. If you are a masculine man and you are just gonna wake up, you don't know why people are behaving the way they are behaving. You don't know what you are going to do at the end of the day. You don't even exercise, just something simple to pop out your muscles so that you are even scary when you walk out of the house. At least people are gonna be like, oh, but this guy is really consistent. You don't, so you should develop a worldview, and there are so many worldviews. You can develop a worldview where you just think of like, okay, I'm a man, I need to have my things together, and for me to have those things together, I have to work hard. And working hard means that you have to learn skills. You can learn graphic work, you can learn so many skills out there that you can learn. Selling things online, coming up with brands and stuff. Get into the system, get into the mainstream, and develop yourself as a man. There is no small business. There's small business that you think it is. Others are succeeding in it. There is someone who is literally succeeding on selling toothpicks. And you think, no, I cannot do this. But there's a billionaire somewhere whose role is just to sell toothpicks. They import to so many countries. But those countries are also having toothpicks. I think even Namibia is importing toothpicks. from Botswana there. You know, but it's something that you can come up with, and then you start making toothpicks, proudly made in Namibia. Toothpicks, you know. So I think a man needs to develop a worldview, and you need to be firm and stick to it, so that you cancel out a lot of distractions, and just to be a powerful man. You cannot be a weak man, my friend. It's really a competitive man. If you are going to have to develop a soft worldview, other competitive men are going to take your girl, even just your girlfriend. She goes to town, she will see a man, even if it's just a scammer. That man will take your girl easily, because she knows that the guy that I'm with at home is really weak. You know, she joins a gym, there's a personal trainer, done. The game is over for you. You know, you are now a small boy at home, and they are top dogs in the gym. So you need to develop yourself. She gets a free ride in a Golf 8R, while you are just driving donkey Botswanas, or you are even walking sometimes. What do you expect? It's competitive men. Other men are going to take what belongs to you. You know, so I think that's just something that I really wanted to add, especially to this point. Developing a powerful man.
So as a man, you must have a strong masculine frame. It's not only regarding physical aspect of it, even the non-physical aspect of it. You must be confident. I see we have a lot of simps, men who cannot say no. So everyone is going to work on you, on top of you. You are going to be busy. Your 24 hours, you are busy doing things for other people while they are sleeping, while they are enjoying it. You are the one doing it. So as a man with a strong masculine frame, you must be accountable for what is yours. And the other people should also be accountable for their parts. You cannot take up somebody's responsibilities and be accountable for what they have to do themselves. So 100%. As a strong man, you must do that. Say no, say I'm busy, tell the truth, and you'll be fine. Exactly.
100%. I think, and one of the biggest things that we have seen actually even in Namibia, the boys here or the young men, they don't have standards. A chick calls you, let's go to the mall, you are running. Let's go take a walk, you are running. That's not your girlfriend. Can you please send me 250 Namibian dollars quickly, please? You are sending. My brother, say no. You know? If you can say no to save your money, say no. You don't owe that girl anything.
Exactly.
You know? You must have standards. That's why most of the girls, they look at us like, maybe he cannot provide. No, it's not that I cannot provide. I just don't want. I cannot take care of what is not mine unless I want to. You know? So, dear young men somewhere out there, if the girl is not yours, it's not your responsibility. And even if she's yours, it's not your responsibility to be taking care of them financially. They have parents. If they are really struggling, and you have something, maybe you can assist somewhere. But if you are going to take up roles like you are the father, you are going to waste your time. And these things, remember, in most cases, they always lead into disappointments, and you are going to regret. You are going to switch on your light in your room at night, but you are still going to see darkness in the room because you opt to support someone's daughter financially. You are buying wigs, you are doing nails, you are doing all these kind of things. So learn to say no, save your money, invest your money. There is a future that's waiting for us. If you spend all your money in the present, this girl is going to leave you for a better man in the future. So be wise, my brother.
I think that kind of wraps up our challenges that men experience. So as a man, you head of these challenges. Don't be a prey to any of them. You are aware of them now. This thing of buying a lot of alcohol, it leads you nowhere. Chasing multiple women, it leads you nowhere. It's more like a distraction. Having a strong masculine frame. Yes. And then another thing that leads to the downfall of men is indulgence in fraud or criminal activities. We know men, as a men, have this don't care attitude. I'm just a hustler. That's not hustling.
That's not hustling.
That's stealing. That's stealing. That's
You
fraud.
end up in jail.
You will end up in jail. And jail is not a good place. You don't grow in jail. There's no freedom. There's nothing. So do things the right way. And it's a slow process. Yeah. Don't skip steps. You have to climb the stairs until you get rich, until you get healthy, until you have a family, until you are living the life that you want. It's a slow process. It's a gradual thing.
Yeah, I think it's also important, especially if you are just starting as a young man. It's also important to have a mentor. Yeah, there are things that you can find out by yourself, but it's also important to have a mentor, someone who has been there before, someone who sees what you can't see. You know, there are just mistakes that young men do at the early age. You know, and even what we are talking about is kind of mentorship, because we have seen this. We have seen a lot of downfall among the young men, and we are now educating. So I think if you really have questions and you have enjoyed the episode, I think you can even send through our DMs. I think our contact details will also be up there. So if you are a young man and you are really struggling, not financially, because we are not going to support you financially. We cannot take up those roles as we have been explaining here, but to guide you, to help you become a better man, don't hesitate to contact us. And please subscribe, like the video, share with your friends. This is valuable information. This is straight mentorship. This is to becoming better men. Okay, men empowerment.
Yes, yeah. Thank you very much for tuning in. Subscribe to the channel, like, and share with your friends. Again, once more. Yes, for your graphic design work, contact Resolution Graphics. It's right there in the description.
Yeah.
Yes, and for your music, listen to my music, Tyler Wroldsen. It's there in the description as well. Yeah, let's engage. These are things that no one else will tell you. Yeah, some people will just tell you to party, as we tell you the realities of life. Danko.
Don't do what we can't do.